Hello, hello guys. Happy Friday. So I am here for two quick things, somewhat quick. Number one, we have to announce the winner of our little mini Reborn game of which one of my Reborns is the most realistic. I decided that I have seen enough, and after 111 views, I think that we can clearly determine a winner. This baby won with 11 votes. Why don't we go ahead and show you the baby, and then we'll tell you who got how many votes. Okay, are we ready? I don't know that many of you will be surprised. All right, here we go. Keanu! Yes, Keanu Cael is the winner by a landslide, guys. Okay, so Keanu had, at the time that I pulled the numbers earlier this afternoon, 11 votes. Ronan got 2, one of which came from someone who tied Ronan and Keanu together, so each baby got a vote. Niklaus got 1 vote from my dear friend who voted as a tie between him and Keanu. And of course, in addition to that, Niklaus and Brewster each got 1 additional mention of being favorite. However, that Keanu was still the most realistic. So round of applause for his artist, Jacalyn Cassidy, on her exquisite realism. And so we're going to go ahead and change his outfit. Okay guys, I just wanted to add in here that I'm going to include a link down below to Jacalyn Cassidy's eBay page. She has several unbelievably gorgeous babies available on sale right now on her eBay page, including an Owen by Laura Tuzio Ross, a Realborn Ashley, a Tink, and a Layla, I believe, is up there, and she has a fairy baby. But anyway, please check her out. I know a lot of you guys inquire about who Keanu's artist is. This is definitely a great opportunity to possibly obtain some of her art for your own collection. And while I do that, I have a little mini tag. But here's the thing. Let's see if you can do this. If you can't do it and it's uncomfortable for you, then by all means, do your thing. But I'm going to say, let's keep it informal. And yes, those of us with a metal personality or a touch of OCD who really like things in order might be bothered by this. But there's very little structure. I'm not going to limit your responses, the number of answers that you have. And I'm going to ask that you try not to write your answers down before you do the tag. So if you decide to participate in the tag, then it's okay if you have your questions written down ahead of time, but try, and obviously you're going to think about it. Probably start thinking about it as soon as you decide to do the tag. But if you, oh, he's not poking his eye. He kind of looked like it though. Man, look at that gorgeous baby. He is something special, that is for sure. So you're inevitably going to think about what you would say, I think, but if you can try not to write your answers down and plan them out, just let it flow. Let's see how that goes. I actually haven't even written the questions down, but we're going to do 3 topics. We're going to do music, TV shows, and movies. So let's start with music, and I just want to hear what your favorite music is, and you can just list your very top one, you can list your top 10, or you can list it by categories. My 2 favorite bands of all time are Pink Floyd, who I have been listening to since I was in my mama's belly, and Radiohead, and Tom York, his solo stuff. I love country music, good country music. I know good is very subjective, but I love good country music. I love alternative, quote, alternative bands like Neutral Milk Hotel and X and Wilco, Winter Pills, Mumford and Sons, Hosier, like that kind of stuff. I love 80s music. Hardcore love 80s music. I love old school gangster rap, I guess you would call it. Ice-T, Ice Cube, NWA. I love contemporary Christian music. And I love some of the more, I guess you'd say more popular, not alternative, but Ed Sheeran, Jason Mraz, Modest Yahoo, oh, and Naco Bear. So I sometimes get in the car and have to decide, do I want to listen to gangster rap or Third Day, which is a Christian band, or Radiohead. Today I listened to the soundtrack to Twilight, Breaking Dawn, and Eclipse, the vampire movies. Yeah. Okay, so that's music. I like a lot of kinds of music. It's such a shame to cover up these beautiful chunky legs, but that's why he's in this onesie. He's going to be versatile. It's a little chilly with the air conditioning on in our home right now, so, but when it warms up, he can take these off. Number 2, TV shows. Name your favorite TV shows. Okay. I think I'm going to do categories for this. Let's see. So all-time favorites, I have Roseanne, Three's Company, Kate and Allie, Different Strokes, Dexter, Heroes, Lost, and Sex and the City. That feels good. They are no longer on the air. Firefly is also very good. Oh, and Star Trek, the original Star Trek. I do like the new Star Trek Discovery that's out now, but the original Star Trek with Captain Kirk and Spock, played by William Shatner, of course, playing Captain Kirk, and Leonard Nimoy as Spock. Absolutely. Current shows. Walking Dead tops the list. The Walking Dead. I like Fear the Walking Dead, okay, as a filler in between seasons, but it's okay. I could take it or leave it. Empire, phenomenal show. Vikings was good until Ragnar. So we're gonna let that one go because I don't watch that anymore. And almost anything on Investigation Discovery, but my favorite, so category-wise, true crime. Come here, Keanu. My true crime shows, my ultimate favorite is the classic Cold Case Files with Bill Curtis. That's my absolute favorite. I watch, on Investigation Discovery right now, I watch Disappeared, Obsession, Dark Desires, Web of Lies, Fatal Vows, True North is only a 2-part special, so I guess that doesn't really count. Breaking Homicide, which is a new cold case thing. And then I watch Dateline and 48 Hours. Cutie pie. Let's pose him a little bit. And then for a little more like, I do love survival shows like Dual Survival, Naked and Afraid. I like survival shows, but for a little more reality categories, I like My 600-Pound Life. I used to watch My Biggest Loser incessantly. It ended up changing. I watched The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, and I do enjoy cooking shows. I go through phases. I pretty much, other than The Walking Dead, don't sit down and watch anything, though. I just have things on when I'm working. Okay, so again, as you can see, there's no rules here. Now, question number 3, all-time favorite movies. Okay. My all-time favorite movies, the ones that I always have to say, are going to be Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula, the one with Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves. True Romance with Christian Slater and Patricia Arquette. Platoon. Full Metal Jacket. A Christmas Story. Some Kind of Wonderful from the 80s. The Breakfast Club, of course. It's funny how your mind goes blank. Okay. Oh. What's that called? I keep thinking of Michael's favorite movie from that time. The one with Mel Gibson. They can take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom. That movie. Yeah. Magnolia is a favorite offbeat, like, independent film. Okay. All right. So let's go on. Highest rewatch value movies. Number 1 for me is Doc Hollywood with Michael J. Fox. I watched that 100 million times. 100 million times. Home for the Holidays with Holly Hunter. The Family Stone with Sarah Jessica Parker and, is it Owen Wilson? No. His brother. Luke Wilson. And Claire Danes was in that as well. The 12 Dates of Christmas, which I think was an ABC Family or Hallmark movie. A Christmas Story, again, falls on that list. I also watch a lot. I have watched a lot. This very silly movie called My Fake Fiance and Holiday Engagement. Those 2 movies. They're feel-good movies, though. They're feel-good movies, and they're along the same genre. 13 Going on 30. I've definitely watched that and then started it right back over again. I love I Heart Huckabees and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Okay. Foreign films. All-time favorite is Time of the Gypsies, which is about the Romanian gypsies, and they actually use the same actors for their entire lifespan. So the little boy, when he's a little boy, actually puts on a suit and plays an adult when he becomes an adult. French movie called Au revoir les enfants, and it's about World War II, I think. Ponette, which is a French movie about a little girl whose mom passed away and she gets left with her family in the countryside. That was pretty crazy. Oh, back to all-time favorites. Of course, Matrix is in there. My goodness, there's a lot of movies. There's a lot of good movies out there. Star Wars. Yep, Star Wars. The newer Star Trek series I love. And then for horror movies, House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects from Rob Zombie. The Old It, actually. The Old Shining, both of which were based on Stephen King. And then Old School, Children of the Corn, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Stepfather, Lost Boys, which is another all-time favorite. Also in all-time favorites would be Short Circuit. And Mommy Dearest. And then the final mention, memorable, honorable mention from childhood was Heartburn. Oh, and E.T., but Heartburn, that was another one. Okay. Wow, I could just keep going. Terms of Endearment, The Omen. All right. All right, I'm going to stop. Actually, I hope anybody found that fun. I think it's fun to just sit here and try and remember all those things. The reason why is I find when I try and think of my favorite or I try and think of what I want to watch, I can't think of any of it. My final question, this is the bonus question and not necessarily a part of the tag. Have you ever had a movie or a show that the first time you watched it, you could not stand it? You thought it was the worst thing, absolutely awful, terrible, poor ratings, wanted your money back, and then couldn't stop thinking about it. It got inside your head. And yeah, for me it was Bug. Bug had Ashley Judd and that other actor I absolutely love, and I don't know his name. And she was in some little truck stop motel in the middle of nowhere where I feel like I'm currently living a parallel life, and I sometimes dream about. And he shows up, and I think at the time I didn't even know anything about meth, but I think he was a meth addict, and she ends up getting involved with him and kind of goes down the crazy rabbit hole with him. And by the time it came, so I wanted to ask for my money back at the theater, and then by the time it came out, I bought the DVD. So, okay. Alrighty. Well, oh, TV show 6 Feet Under. Okay, I'm going to stop now. But I would love to hear your, just spew out your list. That would be great. If you hate this, then don't do it. And if you really, really hate it, feel free to let me know. Okay, but again, congratulations to Keanu. Thank you for playing along and for voting. We do certainly love this little boy. He's going to get... he's definitely going to get a couple of little squeezes tonight before I get back to work. But thanks for stopping in and seeing him. I appreciate all of you. I hope to hear from you all. Feel free to leave comments below. If you make videos, I watch your videos. I can't wait to catch up on what's going on in your world. Otherwise, I look forward to speaking to you all next time, and I hope you have an awesome, awesome weekend. Bye for now.